And I will now call this meeting to order. Rose.
I'm not ready.
We will now have roll call. Randy Lee Bishop. Diane Buck is here. William Chuck.
Here.
Andrew Fanaro.
Here.
Rebecca Hanscom.
Present.
Allison Harris.
Here.
Mary Hawks.
Here.
Diana Lambert.
Here.
Patricia Noble.
Here.
Mary Blewett.
Here.
Norma Freese.
Here.
Danielle Worcester.
Here.
Thank you. Would you all stand with me for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Downing, have we adjustments to the agenda?
We do. We've added item D from the original agenda, which is an executive session. Go ahead, Board.
I will now entertain a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation to enter into executive session according to 1 MRSA State Statute 405-6E to consult with our attorney.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Is there discussion?
The attorneys aren't in charge. You are.
Hearing none, we will move to vote. All of those in favor?
Remember, you work for us. Sad.
Opposed?
Yeah, they're not gonna let anybody speak.
And the motion is carried.
Well, everybody's here.
Where are we going?
Everybody knew that was gonna
Are we
happen.
running away?
You're running.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You bunch of cowards!
Executive order.
Executive session. Running away. Bunch of cowards! Fire the communist! Fire the communist!
That's not right, Becky.
I will always remember spending most of my high school career
That's
hiding
not
in
right.
the bathroom.
Doesn't matter. What you say is right and wrong. This lady's gonna talk. This social convention crap where you go, oh, I'm afraid, and get the cops to haul us away. We're talking. Let her talk.
Absolutely.
I will always remember the times I wanted to burn this place to the ground.
Yes! What is that all about?
That's a senior last year. This is a culture in your school, sir. This is why I pulled my daughter out of your school. If you're not in charge of your school, why are you here? If these people aren't in charge of this school, why did we elect them? Who allowed this to even be printed? Who's in charge?
The they, themers are.
Yes, you absolutely can, sir. The pages are marked the important ones.
Made up bullshit.
Submission to authority. This. All right.
Speak, lady,
Sorry.
speak.
My name's Kim Susie. I know nobody in this town is real fond of me.
I like that.
I like you too, Mr. French. You are here. The disappearance of a sense of responsibility is the most overarching consequence of submission to authority. That means, that's from Stanley Milgram, if the educators, I know you have doctorates and whatnot. I don't. I do have a degree in emergency management, which is why I'm a worst case scenario type person. So when I see things in my 15-year-old daughter's high school yearbook that says the times I wanted to burn this place to the ground. I wonder why I pulled my daughter out in February. Real curious. I didn't even have the yearbook then. I wonder when I come in here in June and I see the Alphabet Mafia section of the library at the school board meeting, and then I happen to page through the book, and I find on chapter 3, which is a book written by students of this high school, Mackinac Cook Academy. Chapter 3 was written by a transgender student. Yes, written by, okay, got it. I'm terrible with electronics, I hate you. Transgender student. The story was ended with, "I just killed my father." Who does she live with? I know this girl because she was one of 5 people that showed up to my daughter's 15th birthday party, who were all going by different names and pronouns. That was my line, people. That was my line. Something wasn't right. Now, I don't know if it's a culture in your school, but I know it started in middle school. Because Addlestone was a counselor. She no longer works in the middle school. But my daughter said that being gay was not the norm. She didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I taught her about mean, median, norm, averages. Because I'm not a feelings type person. I know I'm a girl. But I'm not a feelings type yet. Addlestone told her she was making people feel uncomfortable and that inferring that it was abnormal to be gay. She was in 7th grade, but I was new, so I didn't say anything to the principal of the middle school then. Then the music teacher and I got into it. I told her she couldn't plan her way out of a wet paper bag, which was true, and now I think she's pretty good. This summer, I brought in misconduct for the coach of the soccer team, the boys' soccer team. As a male nurse, he had misconduct. I didn't put it on Janet Mills' letterhead, the state did. I didn't make him misbehave at work as a nurse. I didn't tell the school to hire him twice. He changed his name to a female. Is that why they didn't find it? I don't know. I don't know if he's a bad guy. I don't know him. I don't know any of him. All I know is I put my daughter here, and she completely lost it. I didn't change. The school district did.
That's right. That's right. It's corrupt and it's rotten.
It is. And it's sad because the kids deserve better. Those 5 kids that were at my house were all perfectly fine as they were. Now 2 of them are being interfered with medically. That's why adults shouldn't participate in fads with other people's kids, especially ones that lead to medical intervention and mental health interventions. Does anybody have any questions for me? I guess that's all I have to say. I appreciate y'all listening to me.
my sign?
Love it. Beautiful.
You're a call.
Let me make just a couple comments.
Absolutely,
if
sir.
I may. I mean, first of all,
Mr. Island. Behind you. I'd like to see you here.
in terms of the...
Hey, we got a speaker, Drew. We got a speaker.
Yeah. In terms of the comment section, I don't know how they're going to control it.
They're not going to control it. They
Well,
shouldn't control it.
If they don't, they'll shut down the meeting.
3 minutes. Why don't they bring their lawyers
I know.
here so we can talk to all of them?
They don't want to hear what everybody has to say.
I'm trying to make 3 points. The first is I don't think there's anything on the agenda tonight about the transgender, the transsexual stuff.
That's too bad.
I mean, you can talk about whatever you want, but
Damn straight we will.
I came out, I guess you can, I don't know.
No, we will.
Please stop interrupting him.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll do what I damn well please and stop telling me what to do.
Well, hopefully you'll get
Keep
thrown-
going, sir.
I hope you'll get thrown out.
We're having a conversation.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We're not.
Yes, we are.
Guys, we're all on the
First
same
of all,
side in this
if things
world.
get out of hand, they can simply shut down the meeting and go home.
They want to.
Well, they can. The second is, in case you haven't looked at this, the handout, it's policies for public speakers. C, and just be aware of it. I don't know what's Discussion of personal matters is not permitted during the public comment period. due
Too
to
bad.
privacy.
Too bad.
I'm just-
Then arrest me.
I'm-
Then throw me out, I'm gonna
I'm
talk
not-
about Brian
I'm not-
Kraus,
I'm
and
not
I'm gonna
go-
talk about,
I'm not
Derek?
going to arrest anybody.
Good.
I'm just filling you in.
I'm not filling you in.
In case you were not aware of that.
I'm filling you in as an alpha male.
They will try to maintain these rules. The E,
They'll try.
do whatever you want.
Good.
E, any concerns about personnel matters and or student matters should be directed to the superintendent.
Yeah, I already did that. I already sent an email and I haven't got a reply yet.
Board meetings, so they can be addressed. Just be aware that these are the rules.
Be aware that our
They
children's
will,
lives are in
they
danger
will
because of your
attempt to
freaking
enforce.
decisions.
We are back in session, and the time is 6:41. I will now entertain a motion to approve the September 3rd, 2025 school board meeting minutes as written. It's been moved by Diana, seconded by Mary. Is the discussion? Hearing none? Yes.
Just on that first line where we talk about the approval of the minutes as unanimous, it should be one abstain.
Thank you.
For September 3rd, Randy?
Yeah.
Okay, noted, thank you.
Any further discussion? There was no action taken from executive session. We will now vote on the minutes for motion. All those in favor? Opposed? And that motion is carried unanimously. Under communication, Mr. Downer.
At Management Academy, the stipend positions and are paid according to the collective bargaining agreement are the following: Student Council, Kelton Rose; National Honor Society, Sarah Kraus; Senior Class Advisors, Kelton Rose and Melanie Turner. The fall play is Melinda Boynton. Pep band for the fall is Melinda Boynton. Pep band for the winter is Melinda Boynton. The spring musical director is Melinda Boynton. Yearbook is Jesse Alexander. Math team coach is Sarah Kraus. AP Chemistry is Kelton Rose. AP Computer Science is Sarah Kraus. AP English Literature, not at this time. AP Environmental Science is Delaney Rideout. AP Psychology is Raymond Tilton. AP English Language is Raymond Tilton. USM History 131 is Philip Stanley. USM History 102 is Philip Stanley. EMCC History 104 is Philip Stanley. MAT 120 Statistics is Sarah Kraus. MAT 122 Pre-Calculus is Sarah Kraus. MAT 152 Calculus is Sarah Kraus. English 100 is Raymond Tilton. Next, junior high school stipend positions. Yearbook is Shayla Neal at $3,000. Student council is Rachel Neal at $900. Math team is Wendy Cole and Dan McEachran at $1,300 each. Number 3, certification chair is Casey Sherman at $2,000. Number 4, McKinney-Vento liaison is Rosemary Clark at $1,000. And number 5, Mananoka Junior High School fall sports. The fall cheer coach is Kaylee Severance. And the volunteer assistant girls soccer coach, Laura Reed and Emily Island.
Thank you. Before we move on to public comment, I have a statement which you all need to hear. I want to thank you all for being here tonight, and to our local law enforcement for being here to help us ensure an orderly meeting. Before we begin with public comment, I just want to share that I have received several emails and calls from my neighbors about concerns over what has been happening. While you know we can't discuss personnel issues in open session, please do not assume that you know what the board's feelings are on these concerns, and whether we do or do not share the very same concerns that you do. The board appreciates you all being here tonight. The public comment period tonight will not exceed 30 minutes, and each speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. We will be using a timer and will give each speaker a fair warning before their time is up. And you will be able to see the timer, which is right here to my left.
So we don't need a fair warning, we can see, madam. Thank you. Don't interrupt me.
The board will hear public comments from residents of the school unit first. If there is time remaining in the public comment period, once all residents have had an opportunity to speak, the board will permit comments from non-residents. Those who wish to speak need to have signed up on the sign-up sheet ahead of time. Speakers are expected to adhere to the following rules in accordance with policy BEDH. Please identify yourself, your name and town of residence at the beginning of your comments, and address your comments to the board chair. You are expected to follow rules of common etiquette and decorum and refrain from engaging in disruptive conduct, including but not limited to using vulgar and/or obscene language, yelling, threatening others, making defamatory comments, refusing to stop speaking when your time is up, or otherwise disrupting the orderly process of the meeting. If you disrupt the meeting, you may be asked to leave. Discussion of personnel and student matters are not permitted during the public comment period due to the privacy, confidentiality, and due process rights of district employees and students. Please direct any concerns about personnel or student matters to the superintendent or to another appropriate administrator. And I thank you for your attention. And we will now begin. And the first sheet that has been handed to me is from Heather Severance. Heather, if you would approach the podium. And begin by stating your name and your town of residence.
My name is Heather Severance. I live in Lincoln. I have a child currently in Madonoc Academy. First of all, I'd like to say good evening, members of the board. I'd like to address the audience. I would love for this to remain a respectful place for everybody to speak and feel valued, and not for anybody to sling personal attacks around in the room. So my speech. The moment ideology replaces facts, our schools failed their most basic duty to the students. As a parent, I believe one of the most important responsibilities of our schools is to provide education that is fair, balanced, and free from bias and ideology. Our children should be taught how to think. I do not believe that our children should be taught what to think. When classrooms and teachers lean towards particular viewpoints, trust is lost. Parents, like myself, worry, and students are left without the full picture. Teaching should be about the facts, critical thinking, and the ability to weigh different perspectives. This isn't about avoiding tough subjects. On the contrary, I want my daughter to learn and to form her own opinions on tough subjects. It's about ensuring those subjects are presented in a way that gives students the tools to analyze, question, and come to their own conclusions. That is how we prepare them for the real world, something that some educators countrywide are failing to do in recent years. I respectfully urge this board to take the steps tonight to safeguard academic neutrality in schools, to open conversation, through teacher and curriculum review, and transparency with families. Together, we have the opportunity to make classrooms a place of learning, not ideology. The decline in Maine's education system makes this reality even more urgent. In 1990, Maine was ranked #1 in the nation for education. Today, we are ranked at the very bottom, 50th. Closer to home, RSU 67 is ranked 147th out of 191 school districts in our state. This dramatic decline should alarm all of us. It is proof that change is not only necessary, but it is very long overdue. Our children deserve truth, not agendas, and it's our duty to make sure that they get it. Thank you for your time and for all your commitment to our child's future.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We appreciate it. Next is Steve Olson.
I'm Steve Olson, live in Chester. I appreciate the opportunity to speak. Without knowing much of the details of what's come up recently, I at least know that it hits the nerve that I think it's hit for a lot of parents and a lot of community members of kind of what's going wrong in our country in general. I think the only area of circle of influence that we have is in our own communities. It's in our own town, it's in our own school board, and that's why I'm here today. I've served as chair and counselor of Millinocket before for about 6 years, so I understand and appreciate your position. And we don't know what each of your individual stances are on this, so I do at least respectfully want to speak to you generally as a group. I feel like, in general, kids that go through most school systems in Maine are not prepared for the world that they're going into. This world is chaotic, clearly getting more and more so, and very complex. And although many of you may be well-intentioned, the results are speaking for themselves. I know a lot of children that have gone through this school have come out with a lot of bad experiences and things to say. That's not on each one of you as an individual, but that is the responsibility of this community to make sure that the outcomes actually match what we want to see happen. I personally don't mind the amount of money that's spent on a school. It can be even twice as much. It's not the budget that matters to me, it's what are the results. I personally would like to at least suggest the idea moving forward, if there's a spirit of the same, if other people feel the same way that I do about this, maybe having a subcommittee of this board that can investigate what that might look like. What could next steps be as a community? Maybe it can include a number of parents from the community and a couple board members to sit on it as well. But being constructive, I think, is the only thing we can do here. Tearing the board down, tearing the community down is not the answer. We need to be constructive and have new ideas to try and lead for a better future for our kids, and that's what matters to me most. I've got 2 kids that live with me and another one on the way. I don't want them here. I'm homeschooling them both. And it's for the same reason that I'm sure a lot of parents in this crowd feel, and it's too bad. I want them to feel safe. I want them to be able to express what they feel, what they think, and not be shot down or told, you actually got to believe the opposite. I don't feel like that can happen in this school, unfortunately. That's why they live at home and they're being homeschooled. If you're interested in that idea of thank you. If you're interested in that idea of a subcommittee or a committee that can explore maybe next steps for these students for this town, please reach out to me. Thank you.
Next up is Adam Michaels.
Good evening, my name is Adam Michaels. I'm a parent of 2 incoming freshmen this year, and I live right here in Lincoln. If for some reason something I've written here was against the rules, please say so. There's a lot of chatter going on, so I couldn't hear everything that was stated. I'm just going to read what I've written. My children have come to me since day one with concerns of faculty and some unorthodox teaching methods. I don't want to beat a dead horse of what everybody hears kind of going on. My concerns go deeper than inconsiderate comments about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's be honest, there's more than one faculty member to have done so on September 11th. Or even the comments about distaste for one's parents or what they do to them, or whether it may or may not be okay to burn down the school. I have concerns about the curriculum and what's being taught in certain classes. Like how does cannibalism fit into U.S. History 1? Unless you're talking about like the ill-fated Donner Party of 1846. Or what books we allow teachers to use in class to teach from. A comic book that their spouse wrote about evolution containing mocking of religion doesn't really seem to fit the bill of appropriate school literacy. And while the concerns seem to be the subject matter of today, I'd still rather put a focus on something that I really hope the school board will listen and pay attention to and maybe withhold in its standards going forward. Teachers, educators should be focused on teaching students to think, not what to think. Educators should allow students to engage in debate about politics, policy, or even current events. However, their personal opinions and affiliations should not be part of that conversation. A person in power and great influence over such young and influential minds should not be inflicting their personal beliefs upon them, but allow them to engage with one another in a safe place where their thoughts, their ideas can be explored amongst their peers with no right or wrong answers. As an employer of high school kids, I've had several come to me over the past week. Some upset by what was said, but some also upset as though one of the faculty members is being bullied by the community and overreacting to what may have been said. For them, this faculty member has been a safe place for them to go. As they feel like they've been getting bullied in the schools, maybe it'd be through what their sexuality is or what gender they may identify as. Make no mistake.
15 seconds.
Like many of you, I have no tolerance for that kind of hate. I had the same thing happen to me when I was in school, and homophobic slurs yelled at us. But this isn't okay. I won't be able to finish in time.
I yield my time to this gentleman. Ted on the list.
That is not allowed by our policy.
It is by the regular form we're going here by the rules of Robert's rules, that's allowed.
Yes.
I literally have 15 seconds left. I'm on the last paragraph, if that's okay.
Just let him finish.
I was one of those kids who walked in very halls with homophobic slurs yelled at him. I was in this room 24 years ago when the 2 towers fell. I watched it live on TV right over here. Watched people jump to their death because they had no other way out. I can't imagine what it would have been like to have a teacher come up to me and say, that didn't matter. I don't feel bad for those people. So I'm just saying, let's please hold our teachers accountable to not discuss their religious beliefs, their political beliefs, but to engage kids in discussing these things amongst themselves. And the only other thing is my kids will no longer be attending that class.
Nicole,
Yeah, I just signed to defer my time to somebody if it's needed.
Ed Downs,
I give my time to somebody else.
William
6
Davis.
minutes. Who wants it?
Hello again. I'm
Bill Davis. I live in Lincoln. I have three brief policy comments. I was on the board here for 3 years and subbed in chemistry for a couple of months and subbed in general, so I kind of know my way around the high school a bit. I was a college professor for 25 years. My first comment is that it's not possible to overestimate the importance of professionalism in our teachers or professors. You know, I was a professor, I had a PhD, I had tenure, but I knew damn well that I would not be looked upon well by my dean or my colleagues or my students, if I said something that was really stupid or really offensive, or that I was, you know, even a little bit aware that, you know, there's a fundamentalist Christian in my class. I don't have to announce that I love everything that he agrees, but I make darn sure that I don't blatantly insult them or put them down. Partly because it's unprofessional, but also partly because it alienates the students. You know, you take a fundamentalist Christian student and have the second semester biology teacher, you know, just tell you, okay, we're going to do evolution, and anybody who doesn't believe in evolution is really an idiot, blah, 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 blah. That student's shut off. That student doesn't listen for the rest of it. Now, the biology teacher dealing with it, you know, has to be fairly smart, but they have to do it. Okay, and professionalism is, you know, determined by policy, by the principal and the superintendent, and man, if your teachers don't know what the standards are here, then you've got problems. My second point is that community opinion of RSU 67 is really important, particularly today. Since COVID and people started watching, you know, third grade teachers on TV at home and taking a lot more interest in what goes on in their schools. I mean, you know, parents and citizens' nerves are short. And
15 seconds.
okay, they
Mr.
have every
Davis.
right to have a say in policies. They have every right to participate, and they have every right to understand what policy, what personnel decisions have been made, and why, and to do so in a personal manner. Names don't need to be done, you know, but the community cares. They are the kids' parents. They own this place, and their taxes pay for your salary.
Dakota Downs.
I'll give my minutes to somebody that needs
I would have taken me. I can go on forever.
Brian Krause.
Did you say Brian Krause?
I did.
Shh, please.
He's the one that said the things about Charlie Kirk. Why is his name on the list?
That was the sheet I was handed. So we will move on. Kim Susie.
The disappearance of a sense of responsibility is the most far-reaching consequence of submission to authority. It's Stanley Milgram. So we've talked about this at length. I'm not sure what everybody keeps talking about, being constructive, and I don't know what it's gonna take. I've tried. Hours. We talked. Still hired him. emphasizes the danger of blindly submitting to authority. It leads you to shirking your personal responsibility for your actions. You gave 10 days in-school suspension for sexual assault. That's what it was, sexual assault on January 30th. You hired a soccer coach with misconduct as a male nurse, misconduct on Governor Mills' letterhead. You allow a male student into a girl's bathroom and you don't even know who he is. I do, because he was at my house at my daughter's 15th birthday party. He's a wonderful boy. Sadly, he's being interfered with by medical doctors now. You've kept Brewer on the payroll.
I'm sorry, Kim, we are not allowed to use names.
We're not having a discussion. She can say anything she pleases. There's no discussion between you and her.
Seriously, just stop talking.
I want to be constructive, but I have tried to help you. I sat in here and told you no means no. Women don't have to consider men's feelings before they say no, and they shouldn't. No means no. Don't teach little girls that they have to consider a man in a ponytail's feelings before they tell him, no, you can't invade my space or my boundaries. If you're in charge, you're responsible for your decisions and your actions. The people outside of this room and outside of this building, people in Oregon or whoever is controlling schools these days, the National Education Association, whoever it might be, they aren't looking me in the eye. I trust you. I trusted you, Principal Turner. I trust you, Mr. Weatherby. I trust you, Mr. Finaro. I trust you, Ms. Haskell. I took my kid and I gave her to you. While you were out in an executive session, I read a few things from your yearbook. Jessie Alexander, I don't know if she was in charge of this. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to use her name. I will always remember Will bringing his Xbox into school and playing Fortnite. One says, I will always remember the times I wanted to burn this place to the ground. These are seniors last year. The teacher whose daughter overdosed in the bathroom.
15 seconds, Mrs.
She didn't write anything down. That's very telling to me. Her mother's a teacher. She wrote nothing. I didn't change. The school district did. My daughter.
Thank you, Mrs. Susie. Andrew Laverdiere.
Really?
Really?
Because they live in Lincoln.
Okay, well, my name's Andrew Laverdiere. I'm here from Bangor, and I'm just a taxi driver, but I was a 20-year Lyndon LaRouche activist in his political campaign. And typically, we would fight over the issue of what is the nature of mankind, and what we're discussing here is why your school is treating your child like an animal and brainwashing them. I've got the quotes I just gave them about the policy of dumbing down the population, make you go along with the bankers' dictatorship. Because the issue for Mr. LaRouche, as he told the young people, is education is about rediscovering the greatest ideas mankind has gone through. And that's what we need, because we have a rapidly changing world where we have to have the United States go back to being an industrial and manufacturing country, and we can't do that if we're brainwashing young people to say, you are an animal, right? You're governed by your biological needs. Because right now we have to have people that know how to fix things and manufacture and invent. That's what we need. But we have a school system that's designed to keep people slaves of Wall Street. That is the basic facts. as like I said, I do in my little sheets there about, like I said, these policies of brainwashing you and making you go along with worse living standards while Wall Street gets endless bailouts. So that is the question. And for these people, don't blame them too much. They're like good Germans. If you've heard that term before, these are good Germans that just went along, right, with what the authorities said. And that was at the Nuremberg trials where they said, I'm just following orders, sir. And unfortunately, they got hung for that. So that is your moral aptitude right now. Are you willing to stand up to immoral and wrong policies? Maybe, maybe not, but this is the question, right? Man is not an animal, as demonstrated by Socrates 2,500 years ago. And our founding fathers put this in the Declaration of Independence that said, you are made in the image of the Creator. That we are born with powers of reason that allow us to be useful citizens that participate and contribute to our future, of us and our posterity. Because that is the issue. And you can't do it if you're going to castrate kids. Right?
15 seconds, sir.
If you're going to castrate the kids, there's no future. None. That is the issue. So, then the issue for all of you is, do we stand up and throw all these guys out, or do you go at the top? Which side are you on, boy? Which side are you on?
Thank you.
Please don't interrupt me when my time is near done. I can watch the clock, thank you. My name is Timothy J. Bodner. I am the Truthslinger. Tonight I greet you in the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Heavenly Father, I ask now that over this meeting, you bring down the fire of God. You bring down the truth, the raw truth that needs to be told and needs to be heard. And I ask, Father, you are the only one that can break in open hearts to receive truth. And I ask that you do that in Jesus' name. Freedom of speech is fine. You can have all the opinions you want, ladies and gentlemen, but it is not okay to glee in the death of another human being. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And I'm here to tell you, I'd rather be in the woods right now burying my dog, putting my tractor together. But I gotta come down here and give y'all numbskulls a speech. Now, I'm gonna mention Brian Krause and I'm gonna mention Derek Brewer. You can bang that all you want, lady. It's said. These people have communist propaganda that is in a book it is in a book that is in a social studies class. Where you go?
You don't respect
You work for us. Sit down.
We pay for
This is
you.
what you believe. Sit down.
Oh, he's like, all gonna
Cowards! Come back. My time's not up. I reclaim my time.
What we all need to do right now is look and see all these empty seats that got up, right? November's coming. November's coming. Some of you parents can be up here.
Right.
It's time for you guys to take that action. Some of us can't.
I'm gonna make it. Thank you.
You're still standing right behind those that can. It's about time we take our school back and take care of our kids.
Take it back.
That's disrespect. This would not happen in court. This would not happen anywhere else. It wouldn't happen in your business. It wouldn't happen in my business. And it doesn't happen on the street. But it's all right, we have to do that to us and our kids.
They can't fill a position here and listen to us, and they shouldn't be on.
Oh, that's right. No, it's total powers to walk away. Freedom of speech is to listen both ways.
All right, listen. They don't have to be in the room, do they?
No.
Now listen, I appreciated what you said. I did. And I apologize for calling you a beta male. But professionalism can kiss my ass. Professionalism is the shit they told us that we need to do. Decorum's another one. It's simply a social construct. Do you understand what I'm saying? 3 minutes. Do you not think that 10, 15 people can get up and speak for as long as they need to until they feel that they're satisfied, and if they go over, say, sir, can you please wrap it up? Okay?
That's
and
real
then
freedom
when I
of
get
speech.
shut down, if I raise my voice, they say, I feel threatened. And they call you. Or they call you. And sir, I don't need you. I am your friend.
Yeah.
No, you can't talk to me for a second, because I'm talking.
Yeah, and speech is not a crime. It's
It
a right.
isn't. And you can't, you gotta trespass me, tell me to leave. I didn't disrupt the meeting. They left.
Yes.
Now, you're gonna arrest me over a policy violation, BEDH, because I mentioned personnel?
It's
Yeah,
not a
you're gonna
criminal.
arrest me for violating the policy.
This is not a crime.
Me too, because I mentioned that.
Fuck their policies. I'm serious. I'm a Christian, and I'm sorry I gotta drop an F-bomb, but I'm serious now. Look at this stuff. They got a commie here who wants to burn down the school. They got a Z-Zimser, I don't know what the hell direction this thing is going. These people are confused. They're pumping up full of hormones. They got a book called Evolution. What do you think evolution is without an R? Without an R. This is a communist, Marxist color revolution. Wake up! This is what's going on here. They've taken over, they're brainwashing the children. They teach them LGBTQ, AI+, nonsense garbage that men can be girls and girls can be men and all this nonsense. It's poppycock. And I'm not going to argue about one little policy and start taking it back from the edges in. This is a frickin' battle star that we got to take down. We got one shot. I can put one down the tube and blow the whole damn thing up. I want it out. All of it. All of it. All of the madness. Hook, line, and sinker. All of it. The DEI, the rape, treating each other differently based on our color. And the Christians are getting a raw deal. And the idea that Christians are dangerous. Okay, let me tell you, Christians don't need to be nice. I don't know where you read it, but that's something they shamed you into being. Nice. Okay, Jesus flipped tables.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm preaching to you now. This is a matter of truth
So let's recall
and
the school
falsehood.
board.
It is a matter of good versus evil. You can't tell me that when the 10 Commandments were up in every school and up in every single place, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Brother, so if we can recall the school board, that's a possibility. The school board can actually be recalled by the citizens. Every town has their own procedure for this. They should have their own as well.
Yes.
If we look at their procedure, it means putting a ballot initiative together. It means the public coming together and voting on whether they want to remove the school board members or not. That's the next step. Oh yeah. I'll run for Jester.
Thank you.
Then we need the rest of you that are sitting here listening to stand up. 'Cause there's some of us that are standing right here with you guys that can't take their spot. But plenty of you can take their spot in November. Or when the recall goes through.
Like people who actually have kids in the system.
That's what we need.
A volunteer.
We are back in session. Mr. Gardner, I would like you to continue with your comments, please respecting our rules of no yelling and no identifying people by name.
I've already said them by name, ma'am. I don't have to say them again. They're public record now. And I demand their firing. I demand their immediate firing. because your lack of action, when this has been brought to your attention, that someone wished the death upon others, and you're okay with this, and there are people that are upset about this, and you couldn't give a crap about it. Dude, that's what this says to people. And my tone of voice is not yours to monitor, ma'am. How many decibels I speak, you cannot ask me to leave. I will not play by your rules. I will not be silenced by you anymore. Okay? This LGBTQAI+ nonsense and people wishing death on us, the Christians. And you know what? This is what a guy named Destiny said. He said those people are so dangerous. Their ideology is so backwards, so primitive, so hateful, that we have absolutely no choice but to kill them first, because they are a threat to us. And you're pumping that shit into kids' heads. Your teachers are pumping that shit into kids' heads. And I demand it stop. I demand counseling for the kids that were hurt by Charlie Kirk's death that he dissed. He can have free speech, he just can't have a job on taxpayer money. And get rid of him. It's the will of the people, and we are done with you with your rules. She won't even look at me. You're a foul and evil woman. You're a coward.
Hey.
Why don't you look at me?
Hey.
You want to talk to me?
That woman. Don't you insult that woman.
Why not?
Because she's doing the best she can. And you don't know what we think.
She's not doing the best she can.
You don't know what we think. We haven't even made a decision yet.
You should have made a decision when you found out. When did you know? When did you know?
On Friday, we're taking it, we're doing the best we can.
You're too slow. The world is moving on way too fast for you, old man. I'm serious.
The man's calling me a German? My father fought World War II. No, he didn't.
I didn't call you a German.
You fucking did call me a German.
That's against policy. Who are you? That's pretty professional.
Curtis Field.
You work for us. I've actually heard of him.
I just didn't know his name.
He's very good at it. Very
You better be quiet. You ran out. You ran out. You ran
and I see her occasionally, she's always about 100. Oh my God, I love
Your Lord and Savior is a little bit I know. I know. I was getting
I just don't want to
If you guys don't mind, if you want me to look into the recall process, which means actually removing everyone, look me up on Facebook, Steve plus Brittany, it's me and my wife, Steve plus Brittany. Add me on there, I'll post it, you can share it. Every town has a process on removing board members or council people. Every town.
Is it all or none?
All you do is get enough signatures, every town has a different amount. You file that in, we'll figure it out in Chester. You file it in, and then it becomes an official ballot measure. You all vote on it, then it'll be all gone. All. Find me on Facebook if you want to do that. Steve plus Brittany.
Thank you, Steve. Lead the way, buddy, lead the way.
We are back in session, and we will move on to the next item on our agenda, which is committee reports, and we have a report this evening from the Operations Committee. Mr. Chubb.
Okay, we met last night at 4 o'clock, and the prime item on it, and besides our committee, we had Mr. Downing, Mrs. Buck, and Mr. Edwards. The main topic of our discussion, as has been, was the discussion of the vestibule out front. Every evaluation we had, whether it be by the state police, the engineers, we're not handicap accessible, we're not safety. As you know, we had a gentleman walk in armed, so that has become a fairly high priority. Haley Ward did our design as simple as we could possibly make it. We allotted $250,000 plus $19,000 for incidentals. And the lowest bid came in from CEM for $333,444. Nothing like inflation. So after, we still feel very strongly that we need it. So in a unanimous decision, and we hope you're going to ratify that tonight, Mr. Edwards has already started making application for the revolving fund from the state, which is an interest-free loan over 10 years, where we could only have to pay back 30% of that, but it wouldn't be for another year, unfortunately. And with inflation, we're doing it for $450,000 to be safe. And hopefully the state, because we meet the needs of the handicap accessible, and where we came out on the state building for the high school, it'll be another 50 years before we can build a new high school. The junior high, we also discussed that. That came out number 7 in the state because it is approaching 100 years old, and it has some major issues which we will be discussing this next meeting. Then we went over the duties of the committee, and to be very honest, one of the things was a self-assessment, and we gave ourselves an F because we got so involved in some other things last year that we didn't meet as regularly as we needed to. And so we have set up the third Tuesday of every month to meet at 4 o'clock. Our next meeting will be October 21st in the library. We are live streaming it, which is creating a hassle for Jason, and we felt that he should be monetarily compensated. And on our next agenda, we certainly will accept any ideas from the rest of the board, but we will be going over the engineering plan that they did for all 3 buildings to see what comes up as top priorities, and also the bus and transportation, particularly looking at a van type thing to help ease. We can't come up with bus drivers, so maybe we can go another route. And then we adjourn.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Bill, at the end of the last year, I think we asked Rose to look at some things about combining job descriptions in order to attract more bus drivers. Either janitor, half the day, and did we ever follow up on that?
It's gotta go to personnel first, and so that'll be brought back to the personnel committee for their next meeting.
For the next meeting?
Yep.
And then it can come to us afterwards.
Okay, great.
Any other questions?
I got a question for you, board, real quick. How come when these 4 people that were speaking at the end of their time over, we've gone to you guys talking about finances instead of room for anybody else that wanted to speak, or anybody that got here and didn't have time to speak yet?
Yeah, like me.
Public comment has ceased at this point.
So, excuse me, but if I'm correct, at least 2 other gentlemen here have raised their hand and said they've given up their free time, right? So that should be time for enough other people to speak.
He has to work late, so he showed up late. And you've allowed people to come up after public comment closed, exactly on March 7th of this year. You allowed the man to come up and speak for near 10 minutes after you closed public comment, so.
Precedent.
I think it's.
I have
All of us in
been,
favor of letting them speak?
Aye.
Aye.
Maybe if you took
All
less
opposed?
recesses.
we are moving on in our agenda,
Oh, are we?
and this is our student
Insulting.
representatives report. Kate, if you would please.
For you in the crowd, again, listen, and this is really good for all the parents, listen. We are 100% being disrespected by our elected officers right now, right? We ask for speech time. If I did this out the street, you see how quickly, as soon as I come up, they're coming up to me.
Look at this, look
There's
at
a
this.
reason for that. There's a reason for that.
Unacceptable. You didn't arrest the man that you allowed to speak for 10 minutes.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
You can't arrest somebody for freedom of speech. It's
You
not
gotta
against
be
the law.
kidding me, man.
It's not against the law.
Come on, let's watch you put the cuffs on this guy. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do
Come on, do
it.
it.
Chicken.
Arrest that somebody for
Because
cuffs.
you can't. It's freedom of speech. You can't arrest freedom of speech.
Let him talk.
Yeah.
Let him talk.
That's right. You know better.
This
Because
should
you
be
lose your
just
job
like
as
the
a
rest
cop.
of all. We need that re-election pulled up.
Yes.
And then those of you that are sitting here that keep doing this, November's coming. We will replace you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't what we say anymore.
Bill.
Continue. Continue.
Silence.
You can't give the time to somebody else, right here in the thing.
Oh, you can.
Move on.
What about Robert's rules?
Policy
when I was on the
Robert's
board,
rules
we
is a
did.
tool.
It's not a tool, it's by law, you need to follow it, sir.
It's policy.
Yeah, policy is Robert's rules, sir.
I think that's all irrelevant when you set precedent on March 7th.
Correct.
I was on the
Precedent,
board
sir.
with somebody who
They
didn't
let 'em.
sign up to come in here and talk for 10 minutes. It's on tape. I can show it to you if you need it. All you had to do was let that man speak.
But they don't want people to speak, see, they don't. This is all your, this is, you know I'm right, sir.
I do not know you're right.
Yes, yes you do.
You should go back down south and go get some more clicks on your little
coward.
YouTube.
Ah.
You probably should
What?
stop
Is that what
that.
it's about?
Yeah, stop talking.
No, it's about our
Stop
kids.
talking.
It's about our kids.
Professionalism at its finest, right here. That's why we have the educators we're having.
Parents get crying out of our school.
Look, running out again.
What happened to me?
No, it's not about clicks, sir. It's about getting rid of someone who stated they'd love to burn down the
Andy, I
school.
was on the board when we let that man speak for 10 minutes.
Well, why don't you tell us what you're gonna do instead of run
Because
away?
we have to make our decisions based on the 12 of us.
Are you gonna make a decision and come back and tell us?
You're
Are
supposed
you?
to make your
Go make a
decisions
decision
on what's
and come back
best
in
for
here
keeping the
and
kids
tell us
safe.
if this is acceptable, sir.
12 of you?
Tell us if this is acceptable. You got this email, didn't you? Then get rid of it.
Speak up.
Go vote on it. Go vote on it.
That's what you're there for. That's what we
Go
voted
vote
you
on
for,
it.
Andy.
Get going.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I think the streets don't.
Oh, they're intimidating.
Running hot.
Thanks for your help.
You lost control.
I
thought
you said you
were doing your
Excuse me. Can I
You're leaving.
To add something to the agenda for the next meeting.
No, she adjourned it.
Can I,
Must be passed.
We
There's a
haven't
motion
voted.
on the table to adjourn.
and it hasn't been voted?
So we only let certain members
How's the
speak?
second?
Can I have
There's 3 or 4 more public comment slots
All
left,
of
sir.
those in favor of
It
adjournment.
says right in our policy, you can't give your time.
You're not
Is
even
that
gonna
what
let
it I didn't disrupt it. He threw that phone out of my hand, and I will sling your ass in a lawsuit. Don't touch me. Fucker.
Yeah.
That was assault. I want to press charges on him.
We all saw it.
We all saw it. I got it on film. I want to press charges. Let's go.
We know you love to arrest
I want to
people.
talk yet. Doug, we'll talk yet.
You would have arrested him if it was the other way around.
That's right.
You'd have had cuffs on him. If it was the other way around.
Do your job. You're paid
He's on our side? Well, then he should have fired the other day. They're not moving fast enough, sir.
No, I'm coming every time.
That's not the phone on
here
my
every
face.
time.
That's not
Superintendent's the one that does the firing, not the school board.
That was okay.
No, the school.
The fire to the superintendent, not the school board.
The school
board just listens to what I'm saying, brings it to the superintendent.
No, he's not in charge. He works for us.
They do the superintendent does the hiring and the firing.
No, he serves at the pleasure of the school board.
Let it all go. Let it. I bear no ill will against
You got a nice car?
Don't worry, I'm okay. Oh, he better.
Projectile. What did you hit with it? Oh, yeah.
No, sir. Sir, it didn't work the other way. Light and heat. Light and heat, sir.
I'd like to. I believe his name tag quickly disappeared.
No,
Nobody believed it.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I'm coming every month. Oh, this is
It's not good practice that somebody, that man is not speaking for me, and I'm here because I have friends that I'm reasonably concerned about. But that man in the red shirt is not speaking for me tonight. He should have been taken out at the beginning.
Need a vote. Need a vote. Get rid of this guy.
But he didn't say anything any better. I just want you to know.